Imagine a Malaysia where your daughter, sister or mother could lead the nation. It is a future where every girl grows up knowing that her dreams have no limits and that even the nation's greatest positions are within her reach. You might not realize it, but the leaders you choose today will affect many aspects of your daily life, like job opportunities, salary, your positions in the workplace, and the law that protects your rights. My name is Arisa binti Muzan Hanafia, and my speech today is titled, Malaysians should support the appointment of a female Prime Minister. I have spent time researching this topic and learned how male-dominated leadership can leave women's voices unheard and their needs overlooked. That is why I believe it is time we support a female Prime Minister. Supporting the appointment of a female Prime Minister in Malaysia is essential for addressing gender imbalance in policy making. One way to achieve this is through the implementation of gender quotas in political parties and parliament, which promote gender equality and inspire future generations. In this speech, I will discuss why Malaysians should support the appointment of a female Prime Minister by emphasizing how male-dominated leadership overlooks issues affecting women, explaining the role of gender quotas in addressing this problem, and highlighting the benefits this brings to both women and society as a whole. To understand why Malaysia needs a female Prime Minister, we must first recognize the limitations that arise when political leadership continues to be male-dominated. With political leadership largely in the hands of men, policies tend to neglect important issues affecting women, including limited paternity leave and workplace discrimination. According to an article by HRD Asia, Malaysia's Employment Amendment Act 2022 provides female employees with 98 days of maternity leave, while fathers receive only 7 days of paid paternity leave. This unequal approach not only reinforces the stereotype that caregiving is a woman's role, but also, as highlighted by the ASIM's Malaysia Business and Economic Conditions Survey, may even lead employers to prefer hiring men over women. This is something that actually happens, as the article also points out that Chinese employers in Malaysia now prefer to hire men in an effort to reduce the potential impact of the extended maternity leave. On top of that, an article by The Sun reveals that women who have the same experience, qualifications, and job titles as men still earn significantly less. Only RM66 for every RM100 that men earn. Economics professor Dr. Nias Asadullah explained that this income gap affects not only women's current earnings, but also their long-term financial security, potentially leading to higher rates of poverty in retirement. All of this clearly shows that when women are underrepresented in leadership, their challenges are often overlooked, and achieving true equality becomes much harder. Now that we understand the challenges women face under male-dominated leadership, let us look at effective ways to make the appointment of a female Prime Minister a reality. One of the most impactful strategies is to implement gender quotas in political parties and parliament. This approach is emphasized in the IPU's 2021 Women in Parliament report, which identifies well-designed quotas as a key factor in increasing women's political representations. So what exactly are gender quotas and how do they work? Gender quotas require political parties to nominate a minimum percentage of women candidates during elections, and they also ensure that a corresponding proportion of seats in parliament is held by women. For example, a 30% quota means that political parties must nominate at least 30% women candidates and that at least 30% of the seats in the parliament should be occupied by female representatives. This helps pave the way for the possibility of a female Prime Minister. These quotas are not just about creating opportunities for a female Prime Minister, they actually serve a deeper purpose. They help build a decision-making space where both men and women bring their voices, experiences, and perspectives to the table. When leadership truly represents everyone, the policies we create are stronger, fairer, and benefit everyone in the society. According to an article by Oliver Women Forum, parliaments with more women tend to prioritize issues such as childcare, reproductive health, and workplace equality, issues that directly impact the everyday lives of everyone. Take Sweden as an example. Sweden has high percentage of women in parliament thanks to voluntary gender quotas. And according to the official Swedish government site, sweden.se, Sweden has implemented comprehensive gender equality policies that include generous parental leave, accessible and affordable childcare, and strong workplace protections against gender discriminations. This clearly shows how having more women in leadership does not just benefit women, but contributes to policies that supports and uplift all members of society. With a clear understanding of the strategies to support the appointment of a female Prime Minister, let us now turn our focus to the benefits it will bring to Malaysians. Having a female Prime Minister promotes gender equality and inspires future generations of women to pursue leadership roles. First, it helps break down long-standing stereotypes that suggest leadership is only for men. When a woman leads the country, it sends a clear message that both men and women are equally capable of making important decisions. This opens doors for more women in all kinds of fields, whether it is business, politics, or education. It creates a fair environment where women get a real chance to succeed. And when more women take on these visible leadership roles, they don't just make an impact today, they inspire the future. Seeing women in top leadership positions boosts the confidence and ambitions of young women, encouraging them to challenge barriers and pursue their goals fearlessly. It lights a fire inside them. It makes them believe that they too can become leaders one day, no matter what people have told them before. As an article by Slayton Search Partners explains, women in leadership serve as powerful role models. They inspire young girls and women to achieve success, motivating them to aim for leadership roles and careers traditionally dominated by men. This, in turn, helps future generations to grow up in a world where gender does not limit their potential. Having women in top positions makes being a female leader seem normal and natural, and over time, this helps society accept and support women in power, reducing the biases that hold them back. So as we reflect on everything we have discussed, it becomes clear this is not just about putting a woman in power, it is about changing the way we lead as a nation. To wrap up, appointing a female Prime Minister would bring positive change to Malaysia. It is a powerful step toward addressing the lack of female representation in leadership and building a Malaysia that values fairness, equality, and inclusivity. It is important to support the appointment of a female Prime Minister, and that can be achieved by promoting fair representation through gender quotas, which will foster gender equality and inspire future generations. So, I encourage you to support women who step up to lead by sharing their message, supporting their campaigns, and helping more women rise to positions of power, including the role of Prime Minister. Remember, meaningful change begins when we believe that leadership has no gender, when we stop questioning women's ability to lead, and when we fully support their path to the highest position, including Prime Minister. Because when women lead, nation moves forward. That's all from me. Thank you.